Aquarius cousins, what is going on? It's your girl Philly Joan Tarot, and I am back with your general love reading for the month of August for all of my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, as well as cross watchers. If y'all are dealing with an Aquarius, you know what I mean? Let's play with y'all. But if you're dealing with an Aquarius and you just want to tap in and see what's going on, cousin, you are welcome. Before we get into the reading, y'all already know the deal. House rules. First things first, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all comment down below if it's resonating. We are still trying to grow Philly Joan Tarot, get us out into the algorithm, and I'm gonna need your help to do that, cousin. So make sure y'all comment down below. Make sure you share the video, share the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Most importantly, hit that notification bell, because listen here, September is like right here. So September readings are up next, and I don't want y'all to miss that, Aquarius. So tap in. Now that we've got that out the way, if you are a new Aquarius joining us, welcome, cousin. If you are a returning Aquarius, that is so big of y'all to keep showing up. I appreciate you. I say all that to say, I do like to bring y'all to the front of the congregation a lot, because I get a lot of messages and downloads to the visuals of the cards. So I like to bring y'all to the front in hopes that you can pick up what I'm putting down and everything starts to make sense. So with that being said, cousins, y'all started off your reading with the Emperor card. Now, the Emperor is associated with Aries, so you could be dealing with an Aries and or have it in your big three. But for me, it's always the energy around the Emperor card. The Emperor talks about a boss, essentially. Like, the Emperor is doing just that, trying to build an empire. They are very strong, stable. They can be looked at as leaders, entrepreneurs, also strong father figures, mentors, wealthy, like, all the things you would want in a partner, you essentially get with that Emperor, right? And then following up after the Emperor, y'all had the Ten of Coins. Now, the Ten of Coins associated with our earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could be dealing with earth sign and or having your big three. But I was just getting also like in the earth sign season, which could essentially be now because we just entered into Virgo season. So that could be relevant for you. But with that Emperor being followed by the Ten of Coins, it's really just more confirmation, Aquarius, that you are getting ready to boss up when it comes to not only your love life, but the stability around your family, because that's what the Ten of Coins represents. It represents family life, but the stability and longevity of family, right? And then after that, you had the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups always talks about like wish fulfillment and things like that. And even though it's, you know, Cups is associated with our water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, again, could be in your big three, and or you could be dealing with one. But Nine of Cups also talks about things being emotionally fulfilling for you. So with this following that lineup of the Emperor and the Ten of Coins, it could just be more confirmation, cousins, that this relationship, this love that's entering your life, it's definitely going to be something that is not only emotionally fulfilling and financially stable and fulfilling, but Three of Cups is going to be something worth celebrating. Again, more Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, so you could be dealing with one and or having your big three, but just more confirmation that you are going to be celebrating. And I wouldn't be surprised, Page of Cups, if you are celebrating, Aquarius, with again a fellow, or not fellow, but a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, heavy on the Pisces, because as you see in his cup was jumping out a fish, and you already know right then and there that's associated with our Pisces. But I also want y'all to peep game as to how he's kneeling on the ground, but also kneeling in front of, you know, a little bit of a pond puddle, if you will. And again, you already know in tarot, water talks about our feelings, our emotions. So Page of Cups is usually youth in tarot, like, so okay, got it. I just heard age gap, so this could be a relationship where you're older than the person or younger than the person, or vice versa, cousin, because again, girl, you know your story, not me. You gotta make it fit where it fit, but nonetheless, it does line up, because for you to have that Emperor right in line with that Page of Cups, that's definitely age gap type of material. So keeping that in mind, it could be that this Page of Cups is coming forward and or you're the Page of Cups that's getting ready to come forward and offer a cup of love. Now, again, as you can see, this page is offering a cup of love, the emotions, the feelings, all the things that they have for you. But it's not much because it's coming from a page, as opposed to if it was coming from the emperor or a king or even a knight, right? So with it coming from a page, I don't want to sound like ungrateful, because we still want to be grateful for like the offers, right? But like, it may not be a big offer, cousins. Like, it may be a little something that makes you feel like, okay, we can take things to a next level, but it may not be the big shebang that you want. Like, you may be looking for a ring and proposing all things, and they might be like, well, we can move in together. You want to get a dog? You know? Or it could be like, hey, I ain't necessarily ready to get married just yet, but like, we can get engaged. What about a long engagement? Taking that, like, it's an offer, but it's not a huge offer. But it is an offer that is going to bring some type of justice and balance into the relationship. And Justice card also is associated with our Libra. So you could be dealing with a Libra and or having your big three, but I just got in Libra season, which is after Virgo season. So it could be that you are going to start, and then you see he has that sword right next to him, and then he's holding that scroll or that script, if you will. You can kind of look at that as like your contract. So in Libra season, you are definitely going to be getting the justice that you are looking for and deserve when it comes to matters of the heart and the soul contract that you have. And that sword talks about communication, and you're definitely going to be having some type of communication coming from that Page of Cups, expressing how they feel, what it is they want. And with that justice comes the Seven of Coins. Now, the Seven of Coins can talk about juggling, but it could just be that offer that comes in, Aquarius, may not be what it is that you fully want, but it's enough that you're willing to work with it. So you're trying to, kind of juggle back and forth, like, how do I make this still fit for where I am now, so that we have that potential to grow and love and, all the things. Because after that Seven of Coins, you had Eight of Swords, back into your energy, air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But Eight of Swords talks about mental imprisonment. You see how, again, they're surrounded by streams of water. So think of that as you being surrounded by an overwhelming amount of feelings, emotions, with the swords, thoughts, when it comes to your person, this love connection. But it's something that you are doing, if you pick up what I'm putting down. Like, there's no one here, there's no chains or nothing tying those hands behind the back. You doing that, cousin. So you're the one that's holding yourself up about, I guess, what it is that you're comfortable with. That's the best way to put it, that you want for that next chapter and how you want things to play out. Because at the end of the day, the overall energy for you guys was the Hierophant. The Hierophant is definitely a commitment card that deals with our Taurus. So again, more earth sign energy that just confirms you could be dealing with a Taurus and or have it in your big three. But the Hierophant talks about commitment. You see how both of them are like coming before the justice of the peace, if you will, to make that long-term commitment, that soul contract that they were enlightened about, and they know, okay, this is my person, this is the journey for me, let's make it official. I also just got within 5 days to 5 weeks. This is something that's going to be taking place. So yeah, cousins, that's a lot. But I mean, all in all, I feel like it's not a bad reading. It's just you have to really sit with yourself intuitively, and that's what I'm getting, and just be realistic about what it is that you want and how you want to get to that level in that chapter, and if this is the person you want to get to that chapter with. Because if it is, then you may be okay with that Page of Cups offer, which is really just the thing of like, we're going to take things slow, we're not going to jump right into the bulk of things, the heat of things, but I do want this and you enough to put in some type of effort. That's really what that's all about. And with that 10 of coins popping up with that Emperor and that Hierophant, it is just more confirmation that this connection and this relationship does have what it needs to go to stand the test of time. But is that something that you and your partner are going to be willing to work towards and work together? I would have loved to see the 3 of coins out here, because that would have just been more confirmation that you guys can work together. But seeing the 3 of cups does let me know there's going to be a celebration. So you may accept it, cousin, and or if you're the one doing the offer, they may accept it, and it may just be that starting point that you need to have a new beginning and a fresh start in love with your person. So if that resonates with y'all, if you feeling like this is your story, cousin, let me know down below in the comment section. I do have romance angels to just, tie it all up. And the first card you got out was trust. This situation is calling for you to have trust. And then you have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then you have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So maybe that's why you're okay with receiving what it is that they're offering at that level, because deep down inside, this is your person, this is what you want. So at the end of the day, you're gonna work with them, and that's your man, and you sticking beside him, okay? But that's all I have for you, cousins. Like I said, if it resonated with you, comment down below. Make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video with any fellow Aquarius. Make sure you share the channel, make sure y'all are subscribed, hit that notification bell, and until next time, cousins, peace and love.